So I have a ton of dongles. Does that make sense? Does that sound funny? It probably sounds funny. You know what I mean, right? Little dongles that plug into your, especially your Mac or whatever it is. Macs especially, because they need them, right? With their USB-C ports. But even on like your Windows computers, you may want some extra ports, and a dongle can be useful. And I have a lot. I have a lot of them. But almost every one I have has really, as far as USBs and all that, they're fine. But display, almost all of them have one display out. That's it, like one HDMI, and it's usually up to 4K 30. So that's all. Now for me, if you look behind me, I run an iMac, which is great. I run one monitor and two monitors. Now that's a 4K monitor, and it can do 4K 60, but it doesn't. And it's not really the 4K 60 for me right now on this, not really that important, because it's used for what you're seeing, right? Some video stuff. So I'm shooting in 24 frames, so 60 really doesn't matter too much. And this one, which is a 1080 monitor. So the issue I have is I have to use two dongles, which literally take up both my USB-C ports on that iMac. So looking around, they have some Thunderbolt ones out there that do dual display, but they're a little more expensive, usually coming in about $180-ish, $200-ish. This one right now, which is the one I ended up going with, is this Lionwei, I guess, $100 Canadian, minus a $15 coupon, as you can see right here. And this is the big thing, right? USB-C docking station, dual monitor. Dual monitor. Now, just kind of be aware, because it's dual 4K HDMI, yes, which is great. And I believe, and it's not something that I can necessarily test right now, but you'll see dual 4K HDMI output and 1080p. This USB-C to dual HDMI adapter allows extending your USB-C laptops, or in my case, an iMac, to 3 different monitors. Now they say 3, but that's including the internal display and 2 additionals. Supports stream 4K UHD or full HD 1080p video using HDMI. Yeah, resolution of 2 HDMI up to 3840 by 2160 60 Hertz, 3840 2160 30 Hertz, and 1920 by 1080 60 Hertz. So other than that, it's really just dependent on the system. So my hope is this is gonna solve the issue of having to use two of these little adapter dongle things, and get this to run on just a single. So that's coming up. All right, guys, so the other thing just to be aware of, you know, this is kind of, it's a 14-in-1. Look at the picture here. Like it's absolutely ridiculous, right? So the big one for me, of course, HDMI, and there's a VGA on the side. Like, it's nuts. Maybe it can actually do 3 displays outside of what you have. I don't know. I'm gonna test that because I don't have an actual VGA monitor, but like USB-C, USB, dual HDMIs, VGA, Ethernet, micro, SD, USB, and then your power through headphone jack. What more could you ever want, right? So it's nuts. There you go. Oh no, look at that. That one actually has 3, HDMI, and VGA. Well, all right. This is the box right here. USB-C 14-in-1. That's a whole bunch of awesome, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, so this one here, like HDMI 1 video output, yeah, so it can do 4K 60, which is great. The HDMI 2 can only do 4K 30. So that's the one that's going to go into this one, so that this one can actually get it 60. That's what I was wondering. All right, you guys maybe get a freeze frame on here, and VGA just, you know, only 1080p, but 1080p 60, that's all right. Okay, It's, you know what? It's going to look like a dongle. That's what it's going to look like. Is my, oh, no, I was going to say, it comes in a bag. It doesn't. Thank you, and a product manual. Yep, okay. You're welcome, and thanks for the manual. So it's probably a little bigger. It feels nice and solid though. A little bigger than some of the other dongles just because it's got so much in it. But there's your 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're looking at 3 USB 3s, 1 USB 2. There's your micro SD, your full-size SD, your Ethernet, your VGA, your HDMI 2, so this is the one that does 4K 30, your HDMI 1, which will do 4K 60, another USB 2, USB-C, and your charging USB-C. And then on the back here, headphone jack. Yeah, headphone slash mic. Okay, I like that a lot actually. So let's, ready? We're doing it. We're coming back here, and you guys will be able to hear me. I don't know if you'll be able to see me right away, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna unplug my dongles. I'm unplugging my dongles. I'm far from you guys right now, but I'm unplugging my dongles, and I'm gonna get back to you in 1 sec when those two are unplugged, and this one is plugged back in. All right, 1 sec. All right, everything is plugged back in. Everything is in, and look, up she comes. That's fantastic. And I've got all my drives replugged back in, so my drive's all fired back up. And if we come in here, I think to our settings just to see, I'm super happy. I got one USB-C port with nothing in it right now because I pulled out this dongle right here and this dongle and substituted it with a single. Oh yes, that's excellent. And if I come to displays, refresh rate, see it even shows now. It used to show 30. It shows 60 right now. So you guys will see that. 60 hertz, not 30, right? And even my 1080p went over here. My 1080p, because it's 60 hertz. All right, my friends, so I'm kind of sliding in the middle of this video, or wherever I am in the video. Update. I'm back to running 2 dongles again, and there's a reason for it. And I did this video, and then I realized, wait a minute. This display, which is that LG 4K, and this display, which is that 1080p display, are being mirrored. They're being mirrored. So I ended up going back to figure out what was going on, and just to kind of be aware, on a Mac, you only have 2 options. This is Mac. On Windows, these set up perfectly, but on Mac, and it says it right on their Amazon listing, which I guess I should have looked at more carefully. But on a Mac, you get to run it in 2 different ways. One is mirror mode, which means that your main display and your other displays are all mirrored, so they're the exact same display. Or you can do it in extended, which means that your primary display has or sees all the other displays as kind of mirrored. So you have one that's different, and then the other 2, so my LG and my 1080, are mirroring. So you don't get that independent. So just kind of be aware. That was my own kind of oops. So I'm back to right now running that new one, and the bonus of that new one is that I do get 60 hertz, which is awesome on my 4K, which is great. Plus, and it's not something that I wasn't even aware of. My LG monitor, which supports HDR, wasn't HDR before, but is now. So that's actually a nice bonus. I was like, oh, everything just looks better. So still going to be on the hunt for that ultimate single display, and I don't know if I'll be able to find it because it is a limitation of Mac. I did try it on the Windows computer, and on Windows, the operating system allows it to kind of go out and do what it does, right? You get 3 different displays. It's better in that aspect. All right, guys, back to the video, and you guys can make up your mind if this is something that you want on your machine, or if you're running Windows, yeah, go for it. If you're running Mac, yeah, maybe, I don't know. All right, back to the video. All right, guys, this is a simple video, but if you guys are looking at running like at least dual, and it looks like you can run 3 if your OS supports it, right? Off of a single, 60 hertz, 60 hertz. Now realize if you want to run two 4K displays at 60 hertz, you can't. It's one 4K at 60 and one 4K at 30. But that's perfect for me. So this is gonna work like a charm. And you got a bajillion other accessories that you can plug into it. I've got 2 hard drives right now. Yeah, very cool. All right, my friends, I will put links down below to this. This is the Lionwei USB-C 14in1 with dual monitor HDMI, and could be triple monitor if you include the actual VGA. Yeah, that's super awesome. All right, my friends, links down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that little notification bell down there, and we will see you fine folks tomorrow, next video. Yeah, later.